Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. Here we are back at it again after a wonderful night of sports betting. More today to come. A little bit of a short card, only 8 MLB games, but we got, what is it, 4 WNBA here today? So should be a good show. Hopefully you guys had a good night. We are ready to go since we kept you waiting, about 10 minutes. We apologize for that. We do our best to get this show rolling. So yeah, we're ready to go. It looks like kind of a fun night. We had the no hitter, of course. For whatever reason, the Royals decided to stay within one run. I don't get it, Ramon. I mean, we had a little bit of letdown by those Texas Rangers, but PC got his early bet in and won. So.
Well, remember what I think. I'm pretty sure Latifa was referring to the facial expressions I was making as we continue to lay those run lines. I think is what I was reacting
by
to,
2.
right?
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, I knew the Royals were going to run there. We were just okay yesterday. Our morning steam team, we got to juice down a little bit, I think, or maybe we showed a little profit. But yeah, we could have had a better day. But you had a good day. I had a winning day as well. So hopefully everyone did there. See some of the comments. Blake's ready for Precy. Let's say hi to some folks. Peasy says, got to get my. Notice what Peasy said here, Mindy.
Yes,
I got to get my hair right. He meant my one hair, is what I think it was. He said, I got to straighten my one hair.
I always like that you can have the mohawk in the back. Streamline mohawk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is, you can find me on the internet and see what I look like. All right, let's say hi to everyone. Let's get the show started on a Thursday. We got early action in the major leagues. Going to have to step on it a little bit with a couple of early starts. But you mentioned Lorenzen. The chat mentioned Lorenzen here, and great. Was really that one felt good, actually. We've seen these other no-hitters. They were nice this year, but Lorenzen, you see him with the post-game comments and the champagne and just how thoughtful his comments were, and his parent and his mom and the fans. I mean, we don't always know, but there's a lot of families that even for older players,
Sure.
If you live in the same city or even some of the veterans, yeah, there are times in your career where maybe you don't have family in attendance. So to see them though on their reaction, that's funny when I always film right with the phone, and you're going to be already immortal. They're showing you on TV, you're going to be on YouTube forever and memed even a little bit because of your excitement. They're still showing her friend, you're like, here's my son pitching a no-hitter. Yeah, we saw it on TV.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So that one was chills, certainly. So no doubt about it. And hey, it doesn't hurt when you're in a pennant run to pitch a no hitter.
Right.
Lorenzen. The headline. I think one of them is a great trade. Pretty awesome. Yesterday, it looks like Lorenzen. I guess I'd call him journeyman at this point. I mean, he's in the prime of his career, and maybe he should be better. He's had some nice moments, but seeing him pitch there, when I got totally focused in, since it was the Nationals, it took a while to get it was an early start, so I started on that game, and then, the lead was there. Just because it was it didn't strike me too much. It kind of burned into the back, but once it came up, you start getting those warm people start talking about
alerts, yeah.
Well, right, and when you look at how he looked there, you're like, this guy is potentially well above average major league pitcher. I don't know what necessarily, you probably could tell me better with the way he, it has ups and downs, but he looked like an ace out there. Of course, a pitch no hitter, but I mean, you wonder why people sometimes can't channel that.
Well, he was probably the ace of the Tigers team, right? So.
Yeah, well, I mean, Eduardo, but
yeah,
Lorenzen, I think, was supposed to be, but they made a deal and a good job. Okay, hello, Jimmy. Oh, thank you, Blake. Hello, NFL football.
Oh goodness, folks are getting ready.
Well, I'll have picks, Mindy. We're not going to hold you to it. I'm sure you're going to be watching. I mean,
I of course will be watching, but I depend on Ramon for my NFL preseason.
Dre's
That's the inside
here.
info from all the sports writers, so I always appreciate that.
And sorry about the O's, but that's what we, a different game today. We'll preview it again. We're not going to get too into the O's right this second. Hello, Tunda. Hey, I saw Tunda. Where did I see Tunda? Maybe it was a drive-through yesterday. I saw Tunda in one of the shows, or maybe it was a morning show yesterday. I remember seeing Tunda. Hello, I'm trying to think. Tunda will tell me. I saw Tunda in the
Well,
chat room.
because the way that it is, it kind of reminds me of like a Roger Rabbit-ish kind of,
Oh yeah, no,
thing there.
yeah,
Going
no, I
on.
do love it. I do love it. Actually, Strohs, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, Peasy was so he had the Astros in the bag. You bet it 2 days early.
yeah. Well, to me, like I said, what it feels like to me in that series, hats off to the Orioles, but now you have the Astros. There's Peasy. See, you got my Big Balla, Thomas Lewis, and Smash. Is that really? Did you guys say icon? I thought people use that. I guess they just say hit the like button, or is that my saying? I think people said like, and someone was saying yesterday, as Ramon says, like and smash. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
it's
that's you. I think it's you.
hello, Kay. Oh, did I put the wrong time in there, Big Balla? Did I start too early, Mindy?
No, I think it just. Oh, maybe so. Maybe it was the wrong time. I don't know, or maybe it was.
Okay, well, we're on. We're on. We got 6 a.m. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com.
I got nothing.
I don't know what Thomas. I don't know the tone that Thomas
Playing the defense. That's all I know him for.
Yeah. Well, the news when I see right now ACC, I think about what's going on out west with the conference realignment, and looks like Stanford and Cal have struck out on this. It doesn't quite mean they got to land somewhere.
I'm gonna bet Big Ten. That's where they land. That's me.
But it seems like that window's that's not our jurisdiction, I guess, on the betting show. It just feels like the ship has sailed there, and then they moved on to the ACC. I'm all for realigning them. That look, the West teams need some kind of stronger anchors. Look, we're not saying Cal and Stanford are up there with with the teams that left the conference, but with the teams that are left out west, they're about the biggest ones that are left. So really what they need. Here's the one that makes sense. You just merge the Pac-4 with the Mountain West, and there's your conference. You could call it the Pac-West, which certainly makes perfect sense. Don't think I don't sound like a genius, right? Hey, Pac-West. That's a great name for. There's already a Pac-West. It's a.
Is there?
Yeah, it's a smaller football conference out here. I think I want to say Division 2, but there's a Pac-West. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could probably pay them like $2 million to go, to change their name, and they'll take it. But the Pac-West. I mean, come on. What are you going to do? I mean, you got Mountain West. You got. My question was that I posted on. I posted a question on social media and said, isn't the Pac-12 name a little bit too strong to just, throw the baby out with the bathwater? What does that even mean? Throw the name Pac-12, Pac-10. I told you it used to be the Pac-8. It did. It used to be the Pac-8. And, is the name too strong to get rid of? So just call it Pac-West or try to get a conference together. Put those teams in with the Mountain West. All right. Who else do we have here? It looks like we're just chatting amongst each other. See, James is here today. Fernando here. And Omar, hello. Michelle, where have you been? Andrew and Rosa. Ziggy's already sent out his plays today. I'll just tell you that right now. Maybe I can retweet him here if I'm on the show, though. Alan, hello. Yep, he's the steam fitter. Maybe we're gonna make a shirt, more merchandise with that, with Alan's steam fitting, and we'll incorporate us in there. I don't think anybody will want a shirt with us on it. They might want with you on it. I don't know. was thinking just more logos and stuff like that. But.
Ramon, they definitely want your face on a shirt, especially the younger you, like Tony.
Well, I see that the guy. Does anybody follow the guy on the social media with all the funny things where he goes, "What? No way!" And then that guy's gonna have shirts with his face on it. All right, yeah, no hitter. Gerardo, hello. There's a soccer women's World Cup. I'm not saying it's not Gerardo's specialty. He does it all, but. Got to talk. We got one game. The game tonight, I believe, is at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, Mindy, in the Women's World Cup with Spain and Netherlands. Maybe I'll give you a little, not a preview, maybe a pick. All right, we'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Ron, hello.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. There's Ziggy's talking about Kevin Brown because I didn't know much about it till yesterday. What's that?
Who was Ron or?
No, Ziggy. And it's funny because I was seeing the memes go around of the broadcaster from Korea doing
see it finally.
Doing the state sponsored Orioles. The Orioles are the best team. They've now put off 293 straight wins. I mean, the little meme, it was like from a guy that had like a Twitter account of like 100 folks, and it had like 7 million views. It was pretty funny.
Well, I think Chip Carey. Also, the Cardinals announcers, Chip, right?
Yeah.
They also did one very similar to that.
Yeah.
And they were totally mocking it, talking about that sort of thing. That was really cute. Rem most. I'm throwing out the baby with the bathwater. Why do they say that? Don't throw out the Pac-12. That's what I'm saying. It's too big of a brand, or we know the conference doesn't have a contract, no TV contract. It was always the dumbest contract. Everybody said no one could ever watch the Pac-12 games, right?
Right.
We can't get it. We can't get it. So Mountain West is already down, with networks. So you just push those teams in there. Maybe you can expand the money a little bit. All right. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and just take a look at the handicapper leaderboards before we start the show and see how we did. It was an okay day. Mindy, well, it was an okay day. What do you mean? It's 5-2 for Mindy Hahn on top of the handicapper leaderboard once again. Mindy with winners, Major League Baseball, Miami and Cincinnati under, Colorado, Milwaukee over, Washington, Philadelphia under. How about it, Mindy? I thought you said Lorenzen has a chance, was good for the spot, but you did give out the Nationals run line on the air because of that steep trend. But I teased you a little bit, but great call under on a no-hitter. I'm not gonna bag on the play with the Nationals. I mean, that's a team we've gone to.
Right.
We've got a
little blank there. Yeah,
we've gone to the window with plenty of times, but I didn't go with you there, so maybe we had it right. I think
ultimately,
I went over on the show, so you gave out the under as premium, and that's what matters. You also had Cubs Mets under. We're not going to harp on it again about how we were the only. Who else was with us on the Mets again twice this week?
Not too many.
Every talking head, not teasing the chat too much because, I mean, it was unanimous on Cubs again, but the gambling talking head, it was all, Cubs, right? I mean, it was not a very popular dog, and we had them. Also, Mindy, you had Rangers Athletics under as another premium winner. All right, Tim Irwin won his only play. Tyler Coleman 2-1. I went 2-1 as well. Mindy, premium winners. Cardinals Rays over for me. Premium winner yesterday. So also, let's see, Nathan Weatherly 2-1. There we are, 6-4. We're in the profit. And one maybe was snatched away, but it's all in the bad beat market. Zach Arnold 2-1. Last 7 days, probably Samba Murdy and Mindy both up over 1,400 units. Mindy is exactly 67% over the last 7 days, you guys. I mean, if you're winning, fine. If not,
I gotta
hop on
sneeze.
board with Mindy. And what I shouldn't slight right there, we're also 65% Mindy, pretty much right there, right below it with our team's team. So whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. That's a huge sample size. If you combine them together, remember, everybody, Mindy gives out the play on the morning's team. It's up to me to agree or pass. So there you have it. 67 wins and 34 losses over the last 7 days. That's obscene, quite frankly. I'm up there too, 21 and 15, and there's Tony. That's a pretty good group.
Right.
That's wow, actually. Morning Steam, there we are. We're up a dime over the last month. Mindy's up nearly a dime as well. Tony T also there in the profit. All right. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com, get our premium picks. Mindy and I are going to give you some free winners here in just a moment. We're going to do it quickly. We've got to get into this with these early games about to go off in 3 hours. But you can get our premium picks today and the rest from our crew over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Saves you 20%. You take a look at what's going on today with those multi-game packs. Ben Ruhala has a 3-pack. I'm not going to say he's got some underdogs in there for you, but
He probably has some underdogs.
It's going to get a great package right there with Ben, no matter what. Tony's got 2 NFL preseason plays tonight.
Oh, look out.
Pack. He's here with me in Las Vegas, not with me directly, but he's over at the Bet Bash downtown. So about, 12 or 13 miles away. Here's our $15 premium picks are coming as well. Tony T's got one in the NFL. Hollywood Sam has one in baseball. And we'll have them up in just a little bit. Let's get over, say hello to a few more people. Mindy, bless you.
My nose is giving me fits.
Hey, we're family here.
Right. Takes a while for my, allergy meds to get moving. But then
hello to Perky.
Off my lipstick.
Ron, that's so nice of you. There's a great capping shows on YouTube. I watch a lot of them. I admire all of these people. And I just wanted to be first. We want to be first on the air. We'll watch all the picks later. Curvin, hello. Mindy on fire. Yeah, how about it? Nathan was on the Mets yesterday. Okay.
Right. Got a couple folks on the Mets with
I'm just trying to remember. We did, yes, have a couple?
Solo?
Okay.
Well, no, it was Omar. Yeah. Sorry.
No problem.
I could just pause it every time or
yeah, I think there's 3. Mindy said 4, but I think
I don't remember. I wrote it down
off the top of her head. I don't think she's looking at a 4th game.
I got it. There's 3.
Oh my God, look at that print. I mean, if you guys aren't impressed by that printout right there, I mean, I know Mindy's picks are good enough, but I mean, that looked pretty good. Okay, here we go.
You read my handwriting.
Let's go over to Major League Baseball. Get rolling with this. We get the current odds up. Hey, I put in some winner. Hey, one more thing, Mindy, before I forget. Golf tournament. We're in the FedEx Cup playoffs, so this is pretty cool. And it's a rain delay. So I've got my picks up in the chat. Look, there's only 70 golfers. I've got 7 of them in there. It doesn't mean I'm picking them all to win, but these guys might be good for some top 5s. Take a look at some of the nice picks I have in the Discord on the tournament, which was supposed to begin pretty much right when we were coming on the air, has actually been postponed to 11:15 Eastern and 5:15 Pacific.
Okay.
So maybe you have your own golfers, but I've got some in the Discord, and I'm going to put the Discord up right now. And if anybody wants to check out, none of the golfers that I have are favorites. These favorites are nice this week. Look, there's, some of these guys are playing out of their mind right now. Those top 4, 5, 6 guys. But in the playoffs, the object is to survive. And what I see in the early rounds of the FedEx Cup playoffs is some of the more elite golfers, the ones that are, maybe 7, 8, 10 to 1. once you get in, once you're comfortable. But some of the other guys who maybe haven't had a win this year can take advantage of that and move up. So all of my golfers in there are 20 to 1 or higher to win. And of course, you're not, maybe you don't want to pick them all to win. If you did, if you want them hits, you're still going to win as long as you know, kind of spread out the money a little bit. You guys know what to do, but maybe some top fives in there. All right, Mindy, I'm going to get over to the Major League Baseball card here. And thanks, Sports Girl's here.
That's what I was writing right now. I was like, hey, give us the update.
Oh, for the baby watch.
New grandma, right?
So Sports Girl probably didn't have time to go to Bet Bash, I'm thinking.
Right.
All right. Here we go, you guys. We talked a little bit extra, promoted us today because Mindy's been super hot. And I don't know how her sales are going, but they should be going good. So if you guys are, struggling at all or want those plays, please consider Mindy here. All right, I'm ready. Finally, I was talking as I'm setting things up. Here we go, Mindy. Going to start off these early games, so let's get them rolling here. Braves on the road with Bryce Elder. Yeah, we're laying $2 here on the nose. The total is 10 under 15 now. So the move has been to the under here. I will also say that the publicly recognized steam came in on the Braves, but the line didn't move too much there. It's still about 200.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, right? Because now I feel like, I'm a little bit shy. Also with the run lines after getting, smoked yesterday there, Ramon. What were we, 0 for on the run line? 0 for 3, 0 for 4, something like that?
I was going to clip it, right, and show it where I'm like, we're laying more. No disrespect, Mindy, you're so hot and really carrying us to some great picks. But there's no doubt I really was cringing, but we came out okay. Go ahead.
I know, but you would think, I thought if anyone, I felt really, really good about the Braves yesterday. I thought if out of anyone there on the card, I'm like, these are the guys that are going to win here by 6 runs today. That's kind of how I thought about it. I kind of feel the same way here today. Elder's been terrific on the mound, 2 runs or less in his last 5 performances. He's been super solid. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay this run line here again, Ramon. I know you're probably not going to be on it with me, but again, I feel like this Braves team should just totally crush the Pirates. I don't know why they didn't. So still going back on the Braves today.
Okay, we're going to do it only because of Brady Falter, right? I think.
Yeah.
Let's see if the chat. I know there's going to be some support for in the chat, so I'm sure I can get away from it. Okay, great, Sports Girl. How about it, Mindy?
It's awesome.
And grandbaby. I don't think. Did we see the gender there? I don't know.
I thought female, right? I don't know. I can't remember now for sure.
Okay.
So you have to let us know name, all of it, the good stuff.
Yeah, if you want. This is a public forum. You don't want to, in today's society. Okay, let's see here. Congratulations. Congrats. All right. Got to get the picks in, but I want to acknowledge that.
Baby boy. Sky. Nice.
Sky?
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy, baby.
Named after a WNBA team.
Right.
Oh. Okay, Big Baller, thank you for your picks right there. Ziggy on the Braves. Sports World says, how about just the money line? Maybe, you guys. Maybe, but again, I think I'm never going to, if I like the Braves, I'm going to end up taking Butterscotch. Will take the Buccos. Falter's been just too bad for me, I think, is what it is, Mindy.
Yeah.
0-6 in his 8 starts. He's 0-6. Just one so far with the Pirates. We know that he was acquired. Braves run line. I'm going Braves run line at this point.
We're doing it. We're doing it. Gluttons for punishment here.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I really did yesterday. I was thinking it was like a 6-2 ball game. Like, it was on there on Tony's site, even to take like the -2.5 and get like plus 120.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's so tempting.
Oh,
And
wow.
then, yeah, no, I'm way wrong on that.
Perky's got him in a parlay. Oh. And Butterscotch says, how about the Bucks plus 2.5, you guys? K's on the Braves. No, that's not the reason, but that is cute. She picked the Sky when he was born, and on that day the Sky was playing.
There you go.
So probably didn't tell her family, like, hey, I'm gonna go bet on this. You just named the baby Sky? She's like, I'm taking out her sheet. Hold on a second.
It's like my mom taking the numbers of the birthday and turning them into her Keno numbers, right? All the grandkids.
I do like the gambling that does go on with. I imagine you guys have that there in the Midwest, but it doesn't exist that much anymore. But you did in the bars was the pull tabs.
Oh yeah, we still got those.
Okay, of course. What am I thinking?
Of course.
Anybody else? Anybody in the chat familiar with what I'm talking? It's a Midwest. It's an upper Midwest kind of gambling. I think. I don't know where else does pull tabs exist.
We used to call them pickles back in the day. Pull tabs. We call them pickles as well. I don't know.
Yeah. Head crush. Okay, we're on it. Let's get some show started because we've got to get these early games going. And let's lay another run line. I don't feel as awkward here, I think. Not much crush other than Sky was born. Hello, Emmanuel Mbatu. Yeah. No, but I think sometimes sports will now. I think on this game it might be like harder to find, but like on the Dodger game later on that we'll talk about, I think sports books might list 2.5 as kind of like the main run line. And of course, there's alternate run lines all the time. Laying 2.5, taking 2.5. I don't know. I like to play an offshore book where they often will have the +3 or something, or the minus. So, okay, Mindy and I are on that one. I'll give her a minute to catch up and talk about that Astros and the Orioles to wrap this up. So the synopsis of the series for me has been that it just feels like the Astros have the experience and the Orioles are just experiencing it for the first time in a long time. And that it has that playoff feel and all that. And the moment has been a little bit too big for the Orioles at this point.
I kind of feel that same way, right? I'm going to go back on the Astros here again. Day number 3, I'll be on them. I think they go ahead and get this one as well. Kramer, I think he's been okay, but still has that elevated ERA at home. 5.35 ERA, gives up the 4.18 slugging percentage versus this Astros team. It's something that you can't do. Put guys on the base paths and then allow them to hit these home runs. Kramer also allows 3.3 walks per game, 1.8 home runs per game. Not sure it's going to be the best outing versus this Astros bats that have won, 3 of their last 5 now, and really hitting the ball well. I'm going to be back on the Astros today.
Yeah, Brown doesn't have much to show in his last 3 starts record-wise, but he has a 3 ERA, did take a couple of losses. Houston's still pretty strong with him on the mound, 13-8 Astros. Starting to hit their drive right now, having won 16 of their last 23. For the Orioles, the streak is still good as far as their recent success. They still have won 21 of their last 29, but obviously in these first games of the series here against the Astros have run into the juggernaut that is the champions. So Kramer, yeah, I know, and his ERA, not great, but still I think the most profitable pitcher in the major leagues, game in and game out. The Orioles are 16-7 with him on the mound. I'm not. Maybe today's the day. I'm going to go over in this one with the Astros and the Orioles. Orioles have gone over in 4 of their last 5. Kramer has gone under in just 2 of his last 11 games, and I'm gonna try the over. I think we've had overs in both of them so far, if I'm not
Yep, last
mistaken.
night was way over.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And yeah, let's do it. I'll you go with the Astros. I'll take the over in this one. Orioles need one, and Kramer. I mean, he's been such money. I can't fade Kramer, the money man. You know, these are the guys that are
Like
making.
there's lots of other folks that are not fading Kramer, the money man,
Is
either.
that right? Let me check. Oh, really? Okay. Well, let me take a look. Should have gave a little bit of respect. Jordan says Washington has the pull tabs. Okay.
Yeah. Crush likes the Astros. Ron Hahn likes the Astros.
Okay.
There's a couple folks that
Oh,
like the Astros.
Fonzie makes money's here. Nice to see Fonzie. I'm going against Fonzie, but that doesn't mean I'm not happy to see him making an appearance with us here. Good to see Fonzie. Been a week or two. Thomas Lewis first 5. Ziggy on the under as well. Uh-oh. I feel like I'm going over. Okay. Baltimore plus money, I believe, for Tunda.
Yep. So
Yeah,
we're starting to see some Oreos here.
right. And just a bad, you got to play them sometime, and it would be nice, hey, it would be nice to get one for the Orioles so they can at least, if they run into them in the postseason,
Right.
that hey, we did get one,
Hey, at
right?
least we got you.
Yeah, because right now, Perky, has got Big Daddy Max bet. Ray's got a first 5 over here, solo on the O's money line. There's some O's backers, certainly. Hi, Bionic. Jacoby on the Astros. Fernando on Kramer. And Butterscotch on Baltimore. Stephen Matthews here today. Nice to have Stephen.
Good morning to Bionic as well.
Omar says over. Sports Girls calling very high scoring in Bionic on the Astros. Okay, Mindy on the Astros. I'll take the over. I want the O's to win today. I don't know if I'll come premium on that. I don't know if I'll go against Mindy, but I want to give Kramer. I mean, probably never going to get off this guy the rest of the year. I love these guys, especially at home on the most profitable team in baseball, the most profitable pitcher in baseball. But I get it. Astros have that's what makes handicapping great. All right.
Lineup.
Yeah, let me turn off Don Best here. We don't need Donnie talking. But I imagine I probably should look. That's probably one of these games right now. Mindy is probably what they're talking about. In fact, I see it on right now, the Astros and the Pirates. It's the players that are not going to play. Only one here of significance, maybe Eddie Rosario out of the lineup today. He'll take his rest day for the Braves. So not going to go over the lineup necessarily. I don't see anything too earth-shattering on a day game that's just going to, we always talk about waiting for whatever, but baseball's so intangible. To Mindy, is playing. We're playing the spots here a lot of times. Remember, everything's baked in. Although you should try to speculate, rest a little bit if you're betting overnight or into the line early. Here we go with the Twins and the Tigers. Twins $1.55, and the total here is 8.5 over 15. So nice job yesterday by the Tigers, right?
Yeah, it's funny because I see here, that I thought Perky had said the Twins was his max best bet play of the day
A minute.
early on, and then it changed up. So yeah, I do like the Twins here today. It looks like we got Ziggy likes the Twins, Nathan likes the Twins,
Oh,
Mindy likes the Twins. I like Maeda. I feel like he's been a little bit dinged up this season, but playing pretty well here as of late. Reese Olson, on the other hand, has had a little bit of difficulty, 5.68 ERA, 4.02 slugging percentage versus this Twins team. Tigers come in with the worst bullpen there as well. Going to go ahead and take the Twins in this one.
okay, yeah, Maeda's been pretty good for 2.28 ERA in his last 4 starts, and Reese Olson has a 6.33 ERA. The line's getting up there, though. I went with the Twins yesterday on the show, got burned there. I thought it was a good game. I mean, it was a 1-run lead there for the Twins for a while. Tight game, no doubt about it. I'll take I'll be on the over here. I'm a little nervous.
I lean to the over.
Okay, I'm a little nervous laying that price there that appears to be going up even here at $1.55 because that's at least 10 cents higher than the open right now. And the Twins faded on me yesterday, like they sometimes do on the road. Olson has been bad, no doubt. As we said, Twins still playing well, won 6 of their last 9. Tigers have lost 11 of their last 18. But I'll take the over in this one. It's Minnesota that's really trending strong to the over. They've gone over in 17 of their last 25 games right now, and you do have Olson with that big ERA. I can't give you certainly much on the Tigers and their offense. I mean, I've got them. Yeah. I've either got them 29th or 30th. Take your pick.
Yeah, take your pick.
And here we got the plays. Nathan will just lay 2.5. That's got to be a great return. And Sports Girl cannot do the Twins either. But Ziggy's got the Twins. Fonzie on the over. And I do think it's going over, Mike, if you're asking. Detroit team total over. That's interesting at 3.5 minus $1.28. Here is Crush on the Twins. JD on the under. Butterscotch says, how about the Twins money line and an Earthy? Well, I've got Maeda allowing a run in the first inning in just 2 of 12 starts. Olson hasn't been so lucky. He's given up a run in 5 of his 9 starts. Careful there, but Tigers maybe for Fernando. Omar Twins money line. AI Strag Life. He told us. I'm not sure what he told us. What did he tell us again?
I don't know.
I remember.
We'd have to go back and rewatch yesterday's game. Or I mean yesterday's podcast.
I remember you telling us something. Was it the Mets? Because we were.
He said the A's.
Oh, it had to be the A's. It had to be the A's with Herb Tarvin.
Kansas City, I think, too.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what the other one was.
Hey.
Obviously, it must have been Detroit.
Oh, maybe it was.
Oh, Boston. No, Boston.
Okay.
All right. Well, he has to tell us. I'm trying to remember what.
We that was our bad. That was our bad on that Boston. Okay. Oh, because. All right, we'll have to figure it out. Okay.
Boston was doing just fine.
60 cent all hit. Yes. Atlanta, Milwaukee. Curvins on Detroit first 5 in this one. And we went Boston run line.
Yeah, I do remember lots of KC folks in the chat.
All right, Mindy on the Twins here. I'm on the over. Next up, the Blue Jays and the Guardians. Blue Jays here, $1.35. The total's 9.5.
Well, what do you do when you don't like either pitcher, Ramon? I think I'm going to stay away from it. The ERAs are elevated, but if I take a look at their splits, these pitchers are pretty good, right? I mean, Manoah here on the road, 3 ERA, Syndergaard at home. 4 ERA. I don't know if he's officially pitched at home yet for the Guardians. Maybe once. I don't know. I can't remember for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those that I just kind of feel like I can't trust either of these guys. So I'm going to go under the total. I feel like they're going to have a decent duel between these two. And plus, neither team is scoring much here, if anything at all. I think they mustered maybe 1 or 2 runs yesterday. Going to go under the total today.
1 run, 2 straight days, Mindy.
Okay, something like that.
Back 1-0 games.
Yeah,
unless I
and the
fell
total is
asleep
higher today than it was yesterday. It was 8. Today it's what, 9.5? Yeah.
Unless I missed something, you guys in the chat can tell me.
think
The
that's
card last night, the runs were hard to come by on those late games. I know that. I'm not talking about this game, but the late games were a
End of the night, yeah.
lot of low scoring. Well, I nailed them all. I went under in all of them. We did. Remember,
Blue
we went
Jays,
under in
in the alternate night game.
Padre game. We went under in the Dodger game. I had premium, or no, Angels Giants. We went under, but I had premium in the Arizona game. We went on the Dodgers, of course, and they were able to get it done. But yeah,
I like Fonzie. Can't take the under. Blue Jays can't hit the air out of an air balloon. I like it.
And the Guardians are scoring like 2 runs a game on average over the last couple of weeks. I mean, they're just pitiful now. Warning: Syndergaard's gone over in his last 7 starts, but again, remember he was traded. You're right; he was traded to the Guardians. He's got a 4.76 ERA so far, and probably have a good game here. Manoah, the Blue Jays are struggling under in 25 of their last 32 games for the Blue Jays. That's not even talking about how the Guardians are the biggest under team in the major leagues. They've gone under in 12 of their last 16 games. So Manoah, probably on the road is going to be a little weaker the way he, with his ERA 5.72, and he has 3.86 in his last 3 starts. Has been good things to report on Manoah, but maybe on the road it might be tougher. Maybe Syndergaard, who has been a little bit better with Cleveland. So I'm on the under. Don't need to bang through all these statistics. Toronto goes under a lot right now. Cleveland goes under a ton. The last 2 games were 1-0. Cleveland's been going under. I said 12 of 16. That's the stat, but it feels like every game's been under for a month. Scott says scoring is due to break out. And these 2 pitchers are the ones you don't want to do this with. I don't care. I'm going under. It's 9.5.
I know. That's what I said. It was like set at 8 flat the last 2 days. And then today it's 9.5.
Yeah, I get it. The pit,
Sure.
Manoah's been fine over the last. Manoah's been that pitcher that, kind of expected.
Maybe Syndergaard has less pressure on him now too, right? I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I've already made my point on, Syndergaard, but credit the Guardians for going out and getting him. I mean, like I said, I think there's more. I think there were better options out there in the bad pitcher category, or the older, washed up pitcher category. I don't know how to say it, but take a look, Jay. Oh, Sincere Gifted here today. Hello, how have you been, Sincere?
Right.
Nice to see you again. Yeah. Sports Girl, it's trending. Is it? I mean, the line's trending out because there's nothing other too much that says over with these teams. I respect what everybody's saying about Manoah and Syndergaard and their, maybe today's the day, but tuned to saying Toronto on the game under. Thomas says, though, team total over. Mike on the under here. Jimmy says Blue Jays over. There's that funny comment that Fonzie made. I see it now. Atlanta run. Let's see. Dre's got a first 5. Asante's here. Hello, Asante. Nice to see you. Nathan can't find a Blue Jay, goes with a Cardinal. No, or season. Sports Girl had under in all those late games. And it's fun, right, Mindy? the theme of the season has been. Oh, thanks, Ziggy. That's exactly what I believe his tweet is right there. So,
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
love those plays today. I
Thank you.
agree with all of them.
But with the 4 no hitters here since the late June for all the offense, again, I think pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, Nathan, I
Yeah.
give too many away here on the show. But
Oh,
I just keep, okay. Thank you. And Mark Lee, hello. Okay. We've got this
good
one.
morning.
Mindy, we've got this one with Under City. Yeah.
Under.
Premium if you didn't. At 9.5. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Right?
We talk about how
did that line go up?
adjust your unit size a little bit. There's no baseball. You rarely want to adjust the unit size very much, but I'm going to put an extra few percentage on the under here. Feels like Nationals and Phillies yesterday. Yep, no hitter. We know it. No problem. I mean, Nationals have still been money to a certain extent, but
Sure, right? Sure.
Phillies need the games, need the wins. Great performance. Nola here's 235, and the total 9 over 25. A little bit of a stiff move here to the over.
Oh my goodness, Ramon! What are we gonna do
over
here
25.
today?
I mean, to me that means. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to look while you talk, but I'm sure there's 9.5 popping up.
Yeah, probably. I mean, both of these pitchers are prone to give up the home run ball, right? I mean, Corbin, 3 home runs a game. Nola, 2 home runs a game. This one's going to be tough again. I kind of feel like I might have to go back with my Nationals team one more time. I'm going to give them here another try. Nola's kind of just, I don't know, I don't know, not been so great his last couple times out here.
Not good.
So for me, I'm going to go back on this Nationals team on the run line. Give her a try again versus this Phillies team.
Okay, maybe you'll take the Nationals here today. Can't get any worse than yesterday, certainly. But
right,
Corbin's been just as bad as Nola. Both these guys have been bad. But if this total is going to keep creeping up, because I don't want the Nationals after yesterday. Not talking about just because it was a no hitter, but I'll take the under here in this one. Can't really give you an argument about what these two guys have done lately or this season. I'm just seeing the total move higher here. Nola can be better at home. Phillies in pretty good form. They've won 10 of 15 right now. And man, Corbin 6 ERA in his last 4 starts. And Nola's near 8 in his last 3 starts. So
they've both been bad.
Again, total contrarian play here. I do like the under quite a bit, but I'm sure I'm going to be alone.
I tend to hit the over a little bit there, so
I mean, it's like you said. I'm waiting on this one personally. I think it may sneak to 9.5. But so Corbin, from day one of the season, has been mocked, and it is not good. I mean, as an ERA over 5, that's not a great major league ERA, but he's been one of those guys on the Nationals that if you've been betting the Nationals, you want Corbin on the mound. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. Okay, maybe over is the Ziggy. I think the public's going to be going over, don't you, sir? Oh, okay. AI says expect some rain. Maybe I could call up the weather here, Mindy, a little bit. And okay. Dre's got a nice prop here for us.
Perfect.
Nats money line for Solo, of course. Tunda says, give me Washington the over, Ziggy on the over, Ray, Nats money line, Luis on the Nats. Sports Girls got double-digit runs in this one. Scotch also. I'm all by myself, Mindy, on this under.
Kay likes the under. Don't forget, Kay likes the under.
Okay, Kay. That's funny because I think remember just recently the same thing
we're
happened.
Not agreeing. Now we're agreeing.
Everybody was again, and Kay came to my rescue here. Nats run line or nothing for Curvin. And I'll say this too. Again, I'm playing my computer's algorithm here, but if again, I'm probably on the Phillies a little bit. It's going to be hard for me to lay a run line premium the way I love these run lines, but this under was going to make my premium card. So you talk about holding those things close to the vest. Well, here it is. I was going under here in this one, probably no matter what. Okay, there it is. Okay, thank you, Kay. Thank you, Big Baller. Always appreciate your contributions. Thank you. Nats first 5 here for Fonzie. And the Crust says rainy day. Oh, it's in Philly, but I know what he means. Rainy day in the DC game, he means. I'm showing the rain. It's quick, though. It looks like to me towards the end of the game, you guys, is what I'm using the AccuWeather. I mean, there could be other things. Anyways, if anybody wants, I think the best weather guy for baseball and other sports on Twitter, on X, if you will, is Kevin Roth. If anybody really wants to have the best, I think the best information up to the second when those games are pressure, Kevin Roth on Twitter.
Kevin Roth. I don't know Kevin.
Kevin Roth WX. To me, I mean, there's a few Twitter guys that do rain, do weather. I think he's the best. But that rain, the AccuWeather says expect to come in close to the end of the game here. Winds blowing left to right, 7 miles an hour. I bump and run here today. Talk about those cards. Got another win. Got a win. Bionic likes Corbin. Thurman Hill here today on the Nationals. And thanks a lot, everybody. All right, next game, Mindy, because we're on there. You're on the Nationals run line. I'm on the.
I am. Mm-hmm. And Joe Hill made it for the WNBA.
Almost there, Joe. Just a couple more here in Major League Baseball. 3 more, actually, but probably because I'm talking a little long here with our shorter card. Cardinals and Rays, Liberatore and Littell here. Yeah, Cardinals spoiling it.
Taking care of beats.
But let's call it like it is. I mean, I feel, the Jays are sweating before the games are even starting right now. It's kind of like that horse that has a 15 length lead, but is never, held on down the stretch. So we know they've been passed. But talking about now, just hanging on for the playoffs. It feels like they should still hang on. But the way some of these are going, losing at home to bad teams, I'll just say like it is. But
right
here you got the Rays still going to be favored here, $1.75, 9/25.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I got to take the better team, the home field advantage. I mean, there is still that for the Rays. I think ultimately, I always feel like there's, more talents here on offense and defense. The Cardinals are still giving up 4.69 runs per game. That's a bunch, especially in the Rays. They still average 5.22 after falling, almost a run and a half from earlier here in the season. The big numbers for me, Liberatore, 11.48 ERA on his splits. Gonna take the Rays. I feel like I need to take them at minus 170 here at this point with the way run lines go. I'll just take that big number, lay it.
Yeah. It's really this one feels too high, but we did it the other day too. We went with the opener in this series too.
We took.
Yeah, and the matchup feels right because Liberatore here. I want the Rays here. I guess I'm going to have to lay it with. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again. Cardinals, great job yesterday. I know I'm talking about the Rays. I'm not backing down from those comments. I mean, I feel
sure, right? I get it.
The Rays got to feel uncomfortable, but for whatever reason, Littell looked pretty decent here in a couple of 1.64 ERA in his last 2 starts. Rays have won them both. And Rays have now won 7 of 11, despite, what happened yesterday. Liberatore, 10.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. So I was probably willing to go up to 180 here and still lay it, but I don't feel like it's a great price at all. Uh, I
We might
wouldn't
get
give it out.
160s overall in this ultimately.
No, but again, Monday we did the same thing.
Yeah.
They were a considerable favorite, and
Yeah,
I
we laid like 180 on that one, I know.
yeah, I bought right. No, it was the same deal. And oh, yesterday we failed yesterday too, though, didn't we? We've gone with them every game in this series. I was just thinking,
Yeah, but it was only like minus 120 yesterday.
right, and was Beeks there, and he has
Yeah.
not been as good. And Littell, I mean, there's definitely no, a lot of inexperience here. I mean, Libertor, if anything, does have more major league experience than Littell, despite the contrast in numbers right now. So, okay, let's take $1.75. Feels like it might even go higher, but we'll get on it right away. I'll take this money line with you today. Short card, kind of looking for plays here a little bit, but despite
A lot of
uh,
lopsided stuff still.
okay, well, and again, I mean, I want to shout out the Cardinal victory yesterday a little bit, but I'll try the Rays today. A bump and run saying, uh, even though he was talking about the Cardinal win, saying maybe this is a parlay piece. And let me see here the comments. I want to make sure we get the right.
Yeah. Look at what Scott said. Fade Libitor.
Okay. Uh, Nathan was on the Rays. Yeah, we lost with the Rays yesterday. Tampa Bay money line for Curvin. There's bump and run talking about. I didn't know. I think bump and run was just. Did you have Cardinals yesterday, bump and run, or is that your team? Because I was trying to. You said, how about the Cards yesterday? Curvin. Okay, we said Chiquia's on the Rays. All right, Mike, we're gonna get to that Dodger game. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But that was our first one of the year. I think that's really. We've had some $3 lines, but all right, we're on the Rays here one more time. They can get this. I mean, they're still 65, nearly 65% at home. Ziggy says go over in that one. Yeah, the steam came in on the over. I will say that. And now it's 9 over 25. Any higher though, and I'm about ready to get involved the other way. Okay, here we go. The Royals and the Red Sox. So we've got some information here, Mindy, on this one, right? It was supposed to be uh, our buddy uh, Marsh, right? But now I think, is this going to be an opener? I'm thinking for Marsh. Let me see what I've got here on this one, unless you have some info here. But
That's all I got. I mean, all I have is Marsh. I hadn't seen anything different come my way.
okay, Austin Cox though here. We know he's already made. I
Yeah, I
think
don't
we
mind him.
talked about him one other game. He's made two starts, but he's also he's been working out of the bullpen, so he's obviously an opener. 15 games, 27 innings, 2 starts. He even has a save. So feels like he might be the opener here for Marsh. And for the Red Sox, we got Paxton here, huge favorite. And we know the Royals got us at the wire yesterday. We tried to lay the run line with Boston. Much to our
Yeah, this one I like Boston better today than I did yesterday on the run line. I will be taking them again. I think a lot of it comes down to that Royals bullpen. I mean, sometimes they get it done late innings. I'm not sure this is the time, right? Casey, we talk about him. 22 and 36 run line road dogs. Not great, of course. And I feel like it's a Paxton get right game here today. So I'm going to go on the Red Sox again, laying that run line.
I wish there was 15 games today. I like the Red Sox. I like the price even. I think, I know, here come, our sophisticated chat. never going over $2 on anything. I mean, we're not laying a run line here. We're not laying a money line here. I'm gonna lay this another run line 2 today. Oh my god.
Right. My limit is 2 on this 8
Only
game.
8 games, right?
Right.
We want some plays. Look, we're not forcing it. I'm kidding a little bit. My numbers do indicate for me that Boston
Yeah, I like
could be
this
the
one better.
side. I got uh, my what a quote unquote true number 280 here for Boston in this one, but I haven't run it through for an opener, but I'm not probably going to change anything. Marsh here, at least he can, maybe he can get his locker next to Jordan Lyles and say, what do I need to do? But he won't, like I said, I think he'll handle the bulk of the assignment to me when he finally gets in there. Maybe there's a little bit of, funkiness to it with haven't been able to. The Royals are like back when Lyles wasn't winning, right? When Marsh pitches, or so maybe they get him an opener and he doesn't feel that guilt there. But all right, I'll take Paxton with you. Red Sox, look, they've lost 8 of 11 right now, and Royals have lost 4 of 5 here with that. They still remember Red Sox won yesterday. I'm talking like they lost, but they still were able to get
Lost
it
in
done.
our eyes. Yeah.
Okay, in the chat here, Ziggy laid it. Fernando, though, he's on the Royals a little bit. I'm sure there's some Royals action with our crew. I'm so happy with that. We have, you guys want to take that dog. I like that. Minnie and I are laying this run line here. We give you several dogs. Hey, Dre says, how about a Yerfie in this one? Well, I don't have the numbers on Cox, so.
Yeah.
But Paxton is allowed to run in the first inning in 4 of 14. Hey, Fonzie, here's the thing I think with this one. I mean, Mindy and I are going to take the Red Sox, but I think the fact that you see a lot of support in the chat, yeah, it's going to be it is going to be on our card, Mindy, together,
Right.
which if you look at the past results over the last month, where we're, our percentage is pretty strong. I mean, what is it? It's also 67% for the last 7 days with nearly 90 plays, right? It's pretty good. We're not, necessarily laying huge numbers. We got burned on a couple of faves, but in this one, minus $1.25 on this run line.
Nathan, minus 3.5. Funny.
Okay. Well, winning is look. We're on this run line, but winning is tough enough for the Red Sox. I mean, there is drama in these games. But the Royals, I would say, Mindy, right now, the chat is on the Royals in this game. There's support for Boston, but Fonzie is going to take Boston after all. Feels like there's enough support on, but it's not unanimous by any stretch. So, okay, let's get to one last. We got to get to that WNBA, and
Right.
These are interesting games. Okay, so here it is with Kershaw. He's 340. I don't know. No pitcher's worth $2, $3. I've got a high end here of at least 425. Now that doesn't mean that I'm willing, to even lay 340 here. I'm probably not even sure. I'll wait to see what you say. Not going to tip my hand on it, but it is only August 10th. And hey, Rockies haven't, they've done us okay. We've scored with the Rockies a little bit. Ty Block hasn't been too swift. What about this one? Kershaw, back down. Seems like, as long as I think it was a plan, I mean, sure, maybe there was a little bit of discomfort there before, but a little bit of planned rest there, it felt like, for the Dodgers once they started to separate themselves a little bit from the pack.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like if I'm going to be worried about a team playing the Dodgers, historically, it's going to be the, Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't feel that way versus Colorado here. Dodgers normally hit like, 380 against them, let's just say. I think Kershaw's like 4-1 maybe against them, something like that, in the last couple seasons. I don't feel like this is the time for the Rockies to get much done. I'm going to go ahead and be here big on the Dodgers today.
All right, sounds like a run line.
It is.
All right, Mindy says take the Dodgers here, -1.5 at -165 here in this one. And I like the Dodgers, and $1.65 is that's probably the price. Let me see what the chat has to say. I mean, this would be really awkward to be talking so much about taking run lines and then coming in again, but I think you guys are going to be feeling it here. Bionic on the run line. Takia says Rockies. And Solo Rockies. Dre, I think, says under here. I think it's coming back. I said 8.5 over 30 on the screen. I think there's a little bit of take back now here on the under, but man, could the Dodgers pound them here today? We're seeing mixed reaction from our chat because our chat likes dogs. And Billy says Rockies first 5. Plus money. Tunda on the Dodgers. Ray Harris here today from the network. Says lay 3 runs. Scott laying a run line.
How I feel. 2.5, 3, big. I mean, this would be maybe my, no-brainer play of the day for me. I don't know. I've been busted on that before, right? But
yeah. Block's numbers are fine, but they just don't get him any run support. So Kershaw back in fine form. Well, I mean, getting him back. Like I said, I'm calling it planned rest. That's all. I understand. I think we even talked to Mindy. I said before, he went took some time off. That his delivery, his motion leads to those back injuries, maybe a little bit, but I don't think it. Like I said, I don't think it's an issue here. Dodgers team total. You guys love it, man. I know there is Rockies support. Okay, Thurman likes the under in the game. I kind of like the over in the game. But man, was that your quote, Mindy? The no-brainer play of the day?
That's kind of for me. Yeah. I hate saying that because again, I don't want anyone to ever get the the impression that I think any game is more important than the next, right? Like I don't feel like that's not how I bet in my life. I bet everything the same. I'm gonna bet my 15 plays and they're all the same amount. So I don't ever want to try to say, hey, you guys, this one is
run line. It is okay.
More on it.
3 run lines out of
we did it again, Ramon. Can you believe it?
Dodger Nathan says they love to beat up on him.
My nose is bugging me. Here, I'll be right back.
We'll get to the WNBA and we'll get out of here. I just really I said, well, I mean, I was saying the same thing yesterday about these runs, but we're starting to get these mismatches.
Right. We run into this every season. I mean,
the wins are still there. I mean, who knows where we'd be if we weren't betting these run lines, huh?
Well, we'd be betting totals. We'd be fine.
We're not. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe we'd be living in the penthouse instead of the top few floors because they've definitely cost us a little bit, but we still have this strong run going again. All right, so let's do it. Go Dodgers! They've won 7 of their last 8. Colorado's lost 10 of 16. Block is you think about Block, but he's had he's been a starter in this league. I mean, he's 8 career starts against the Dodgers. So they've just been kind of spread out. But Block has been, he's not some, rookie out there. All right, here we go. Let's get on over. Thank you, everybody. Great job on the Major League Baseball today. I'm going to get you, Billy. I've got a few opinions here on the preseason. I'll handle the preseason.
That's right.
Here on the show.
Ramon's our guy for the preseason.
Yeah. But Tony's got these, Tony's got his previews up for the NFL games. He's got videos up, talking about what I talk about, and maybe I'll talk about when we get there. Let's go to the WNBA, and I'll just touch on the NFL. Lynx and Fever. In this one, boy, we've got, this is the WNBA where, sometimes the favorites can really end up crushing them, but we do have 3 road favorites today, Mindy, so I'm very interested in what you're going to do. Here we have the Lynx favored on the road -3.5, and the total is 162.5.
Yeah, I mean, the Fever, they've just lost 3 in a row now. They failed to cover in their last 6. The Lynx, on the other hand, they've been playing pretty good ball for the most part. Currently a playoff team. They definitely want to go ahead and stay in position. 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games. I kind of feel like I got to go ahead and be on this road favorite to start the day off. I'm taking the Lynx in this one, Ramon.
Yeah, me too. Look, this one opened lower. Does feel like the Lynx are playing well enough to me to get this today. The move is on the Lynx, no doubt about it. I'm showing it down to 3 at a lot of spots. So
good.
I think we're going to be able to get in on a 3 here in this one.
Money line if it gets to a nice, reasonable number as well.
Okay, yeah. Well, the Lynx have been so good on the road. They've won 6 of their last 8 on the road. And, for the Fever, look, I think we've been complimentary of what they've done. But
this year they've done well.
They've been
better than last year, right?
They're still, what is it now, though? They've lost 18 of their last 20 home games and lost 15 of their last 17 overall now. So that impressive start was long ago now. The Lynx don't defend well in the front court, but man, you'd think with their guard play here against Indiana's, I like the Lynx. They're laying 3. 3.5 on screen. I'm not going to change it, but I think everyone can find 3 if they like the Lynx. Sue on the Lynx. Lynx and under for Billy. Joe Hill, thank you very much, Joe. Says Lynx first half. Lynx first half, yeah. That's probably -2 or so, right? Maybe even a money line. I think Mindy will probably end up. We'll give out the minus the points, but I think we'll probably bet the money line personally. The way Mindy and I do business.
That's right. Me and Ramon betting partners on the side. We got our system.
We've got the Lynx here in this one. Connecticut money. Oh, we'll get to that game, Strag. Thank you. But they play like they have a fever. I think the big difference is, now let's go. Let's move on. We're fine. We're fine with the Lynx. Like I said, I'm trying to say, hey, there's 3 road favorites. You could do worse than just take all these points, but I think the Lynx here. The Fever's got some things they got to fix right now. Minnesota's also covered 5 of their last 6. They're in a groove. Covered 7 of their last 8 on the road, and the Fever has failed to cover the spread in 6 straight games. There's some trends, boy. Those are all in favor of Lynx. Dream and Storm. Dream here on the road, 5.5. The total is down here. It looks like to 165, and maybe it's even going to go lower.
Well, perhaps, it's going to be interesting because, again, Seattle is by far my hardest team to try to figure out. Again, we talk about it. Last game they scored, 65. Then they'll come out and blow up a 95. Like, they're just so, last place-ish for a reason. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and be on this last place Storm team. Second to last, whatever you want to call it. Only because the Dream, they don't cover anything. And I feel like the Storm, at least you have a chance with them. And I don't think you're going to get Jewel Lloyd to go out and do a 0 for 18 from 3 today. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the Storm.
Yeah, me too. Me too, for sure. Now we're getting into some good territory. 5.5, probably getting them right. A little bonus here, and maybe it'll even go. The steam came in on the Dream, the widely reported steam anyway. I mean, I think there's going to be plenty of WNBA sharps, whoever they are, that'll play the Storm here. I know who they are. Maybe I'm one of them.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, well, you have Gabby Williams going to miss here, so that's a pretty big deal. But I'm playing the spot here. I'm sure that's why the move came in on the Dream. I mean, you are missing some pretty good production there, but I've got to look to the spot here. Look, you're not going to stop Ryan Howard necessarily, but I'm not sure the chat will be with us in this.
It looks like Joe Hill is, Sue is, so
okay.
Hey, we got some sharps in our chat as well.
Billy says he'll take the first half and under.
I'm glad everyone likes them because I think the mascots in the WNBA are terrible. It's just me. I don't know.
Oh, with the team names of the, how they're mostly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
They're non. Well, you have to. I don't know if it was by design. Every team was kind of in the beginning. It kind of like nailed the teams a little bit off of sometimes of the name of the NBA team in there. Like the San Antonio team was the Silver Stars, for example. That's kind of like Spurs, on the back.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah,
thing, right. And some of the other, team like Timberwolves and Lynx, right? That makes kind of sense in a way, there. We talked about the Sun, how it's not, how it is the Sun, but it's named after a casino. But the Mercury and the Suns, right? That one makes sense, but there's not. It's harder to name teams now, right? You can't just go out there and name them. Gotta be very selective.
Yeah, I always like the Phoenix thermometers.
Where you can start, or you have to do like the two name thing where you like tie like, two like Astro Wolves or something like what's the Sugarland Space Cowboys? Is that what they're called? Like some of these minor league teams.
Well, ours is the Storm Chasers in Omaha. That's terrible.
I don't know. I like that.
You like the Storm Chasers? So good. Do you remember when they were like the Golden Spikes? They've been like 3 different names here lately because of the Union Pacific Railroad.
Okay.
I always liked the Omaha Royals a lot better.
Las Vegas minor league franchises had several names here as well. The 51s, that was a pretty good name, especially now because there's aliens here.
Right.
In our backyard. They stay here. All right. We'll take the Storm here. The Storm over the Dream. Atlanta, we know Atlanta Dream, Martin Luther King, this famous
guy. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah. Either. Hi, Keith. Nice to see you. Nathan talking about that total under. I don't know if Mindy's really, because
I'm not ready to pull the trigger on that.
Well, Mindy, let's just say it. Okay, so I'll promote it one more time when we get done with this game. But Mindy, a lot of her success are on these WNBA totals, and you'll find them in her premium picks. I don't know which way she's going here. I will just say that these two teams are massive unders. The move is on the under. Mindy often talks about playing the moves. I do not know her plays at all. Atlanta's gone under in 11 of their last 12. Seattle's gone under in 5 of their last 6. And my personal number here is closer to 160 than it is 165. So, anyways, I'm not going to give out any premiums here on the air, but let's take the Seattle Storm here to hang in there against the Dream. All right, one more in the WNBA with the Sun and the Mercury. You can't have Mercury without the Sun, or vice versa. Uh, right? So this is the
Right.
This is the one. This is probably why we're ended up talking about the names, because
Right.
I'm sure that everyone, I've done it. We've all confused the Sun with the Phoenix and the Suns and the. I don't even know what I'm talking about, Mindy. The Sun are favored here by 8, and the total is 160.5.
Well, you guys remember just earlier here, we were on the Mercury the last time this WNBA teams played. What was that, like Monday, I would think? But yeah, Mercury handily beat the Mystics, but the Sun is no Mystics team. That is for sure. The Sun play really good here on the road. They've won 15 out of 20. Currently the 3rd seed. I think the Mercury, they're going to play hard here, but I just think the Sun are too good. And again, this is one where you're not going to have, Bonner put up an 11. Like, that's just not happening. She's going to go and score a bunch here. Like Joe Hill says, take her points over today. That's how I feel about it. Going Sun.
Okay. Mindy, on the Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun, careful. Connecticut Sun. Probably should speak slowly when talking about this game so that there is no confusion when you get there finally. But look, the Sun, these spreads just keep going higher right now with the Sun. I don't know. It's a little bit almost intolerable for me. It's probably a pretty good number there at 8. Probably not going to lay it just because, the inconsistent Mercury can have their moments right now. They're actually pretty decent at home. They've won 5 of their last 6. They never play the Sun very well. The Sun own this head-to-head series, if you will, and this has been. You talk about turnover a little bit. Yeah, not Connecticut's lost some players, and Phoenix.
Oh, I thought you meant Mercury leads the league in turnovers.
They've got plenty of issues, no doubt about it. But Phoenix covering some numbers, so I will take the under here, slight lean. We've seen more unders from these teams, certainly. I think that it'll go under. Connecticut's gone under in 7 of their last 9, including 5 of their last 6 on the road. Phoenix has gone under in 6 of their last 9, including 4 of their last 6 at home. So Connecticut's covering numbers. There's no problem. They've covered 8 of their last 11 and 5 of their last 6 on the road. Just Mercury's been covering some numbers, and you certainly are paying maximum price here now with the Sun at -8 here, and okay, bump and run. I know that's off topic, but that is funny. Well, there's a lot of movies, right, that we could think about. Nathan. Oh, let's see here. Where am I on the? Oh, here's Leroy. Oh, hi, Leroy. He's on the Sun -4 first half. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Dewana Bonner. Okay, Joe's got our props here. Let me go over to the game and look at Bonner. See if I can at least comment on her matchup. Always like the red crickets. Is that a?
You said, is it crickets? Red crickets? I don't know.
What is that? I don't know. Maybe I was worried it was like one of those things where I'm going to say something. Now, I know Nathan would never do that. But
Set you up.
make me say one of those, like you're not supposed, like you put 2 words together and say something naughty. Sean Money, hello. And I want to thank you guys. Mercury here for Bump and Run. How about that?
Here we go. There we go.
For Bonner. Yeah, okay. Look, Bonner's terrific and leader of the team. I do like, Bonner and Cunningham, they're going to be getting, okay, let's go over the plays before I get in trouble because
How tall is Cunningham? She's not very tall, right?
well, she's tall enough, but Bonner's,
Really tall.
well, right. But again, you got Turner also, but tell you what, Connecticut, Bonner's defense, I'll take every day. Okay, here we go with the plays in this one. Braves. Oh gosh, Braves run
Look
line.
out.
Braves run line. Blue Jays under. Rays money line. Red Sox run line. Dodgers run line. Do not try this at home.
2 days in a row. Gluttons for punishment. No, we're getting it today, Ramon. Let's turn it around.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you got, thanks, Butterscotch. Take care. Perky, I get so uncomfortable every game. These are Mindy in a major league baseball season. There are how many games are 3,000? There's a lot of games. There's a lot of
15
games.
for 8 months.
Huh? 6 months again, 162 times 15, whatever it is, right? It's a lot of games. Perky's like all in on one game every day in like the most unpredictable sport. I love it, bro. I love it though, Perk. All right. There it is, WNBA with our 2 plays, our sides today. So guess I'm gonna have to buy Mindy's package to get these totals. All right, going over to Tony'sPicks.com. Thank you, Scotch. Thanks everybody as well. I didn't see what the numbers got up to, but appreciate you
I
guys.
didn't even look today. Isn't that weird? Some days I look and sometimes I don't. I didn't even look to see what the chat was at today.
I might have been 150. Thank you so much. Whatever it was, go to Tony'sPicks.com. Check out our premium picks. Mindy and I are going to get him in right away because he's got these early games. I want to see what Mindy's got, so I'm going to order a package.
Ramon, don't forget to do your football real quick.
Oh, thank you. Did someone say that? Or
no, I'm saying it.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I would get your picks personally, but not everyone else here watching.
No, and again, just to talk about the games too, I will give out plays here, though, certainly with these 2 games. The Houston Texans are going to be taking on the New England Patriots, and the Texans open maybe 1.5, but this one's gone up to 3.5. Texans new regime there, or with Ryans as a coach, so maybe the move is there because they're going to come out hungrier. They're going to come out needing to learn, needing to build confidence with a victory. The Patriots are usually one of the best preseason teams. Now, not last year, but it was a different situation to a certain extent for the Patriots last year in the preseason, right? Maybe we get back to more the way the Patriots play in the preseason, getting points at home with Bill Belichick. I'm concerned with the Texans. Probably have the better quarterback rotation, the deeper quarterback rotation coming in here, but over time, Belichick has always shown a great prophet at home. Certainly concerning to see a move on the Texans, and you got to respect the Sharps, but I've got a preseason game here, folks, and I'm getting more than a field goal. I'll take the Patriots in this one, plus the 3.5. But covering for you, and again, my philosophy on preseason, what coaches do. Belichick is an underdog. Usually it's always been on the road. He's only been a home dog like 3 times in 16 years in the preseason. And I believe he's 1-2. So, or whatever years I might have misquoted the number there. The last 16 years there. But for me, that underdog feeling there is why I'm going to be on the Patriots here. Texans have plenty to learn as well. I mean, they're obviously going to be rated very, very low this season. All right, Vikings are going to be taking on another team that takes the preseason very, very seriously. Now, the Vikings, again, I'm always going to go on coaching philosophies, quarterback rotations here a little bit, and maybe what the motivations of your perception is of what teams need to accomplish. Last year, they were laughing at my guy Kevin O'Connell in the preseason that this was too much. They can't even win in the preseason. Well, maybe he's one of those guys that doesn't take it as he gets the information that he needs. It plays out whatever he plays out. The Vikings went 0-3 in the preseason under Kevin O'Connell. You have Pete Carroll is one of the best coaches in the preseason. It is, out of all the, we know Baltimore is the preseason juggernaut, but right there, you're going to go to teams like Seattle and New England as being the best preseason teams. Now, that being said, the teams come in on Seattle, can't lay 4 points in a preseason game here, I don't think. So give me the Vikings here in this one. I know I'm going against exactly what I'm saying here, but preseason game, giving out a free play here. I'm going to take the Vikings +4 in this one. And I got one more for you guys to talk about here, and real quick, the Blue Bombers are going to take on the Elks. No. Yeah, Mindy, that's
the Elks.
The Elks here.
Moon green.
They've kind of figured out that they don't win, of course. They haven't won at home since the pandemic. I say it every time.
Right.
Everybody knows this. I don't know that they've even won at home since they changed their name to the Elks. You wish they'd change it back, but Blue Bombers.
Eskimo Hex.
The Blue Bombers, if they went through a lull at all, or the fact they didn't win the championship last year, whatever, it doesn't really matter now because they have found it again. They just end up, remember, we went against them and they ended up crushing British Columbia in what was supposed to be the big showdown, the Western Division showdown here. So Ford gets the start. I mentioned it. We don't have Latifa here. She asked if I like the Elks. Of course, I do not like the Elks at all. But Trey Ford gets the start here for the Elks. Hasn't played yet this season. And Winnipeg probably just in a groove here. It opened 13. It's now 11. I'll take Winnipeg in this one. All right. And hey, if you want to go now, I'm going to replace the leaderboard play of the day here. I think it was the leaderboard or the sponsor play of the day, whatever it was. But Netherlands is going to take on Spain tonight, and I like both these teams. And will say that I did give out the side already on those videos. Hopefully you checked it out. And if not, maybe I'll put it in the Discord later. I just want to get those videos viewed. So we give out the total here in this one. I've got this one to go over, believe it or not, Mindy, finally, in this one. You got two great teams. You have explosive Spain here going up against a great Netherlands team. If they can keep Spain off the scoreboard, they're going to have a chance here. But Netherlands and Spain, this one goes off at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific tonight. We're in the getting down to the exciting stages here in the quarterfinals. With this one. This is high-level event here tonight. All right, great job, great show. Go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Mindy and I will get our premium picks in there. We'll enter those run lines into the system and cross our fingers. I know we're handicapping here, Mindy, and you're 67% between you and the morning steam over the last 7 days. So I'm going to roll with you and those run lines. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. Join us in the Discord. I got plays all day here. Check out our premium pick packages from our crew at Tony'sPicks.com. Those packages starting to be entered in now, including those from Ben and Zach as well. Thanks, Mindy. Great job. We'll see you tomorrow with more on our Friday mornings team, everybody. Great. I appreciate you all here in the chat as well. All right. Let me get the right thing on there, and then we'll go.
Get the right banner up there.
For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.